Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Had a great Wednesday today, I hope. Yes, Net Detective. It was a little long, but it's what I do. Sorry. Gives me a little extra time to get prepared, get everything in order. But thank you all for being here. We got Miss Millie, Miss Janice. Hey, Miss Sonia. How you doing? Let's see. And there's our friend James. Hello, James. Thanks for being here. And we got Mimi of Six. Hello. And we got Net Detective being a little picky. But thank you for being here. There's our brown eye girl. How you doing? Hello, hello. So let's see. Elaine. Hi, Elaine. Thanks for being here. Appreciate y'all. Look, I got a broke hip and major pain. Oh, good golly. Bless your heart. I'm so sorry for that. Man. Good. I'm doing okay. Hello, Auntie. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank y'all so much. I wasn't sure. Hi, Amanda Jane. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. I wasn't sure about coming live tonight or anything. Hey, feel the love. Hope you're doing good. But I got on here anyways. There's our R. Taylor. Hello. Thank you for being here. Y'all just don't know how much I appreciate y'all. Still a little bummed after last night's video. Hey, Linda. Thanks for being here. I hate to say this during yesterday's live. I fell asleep. James. We will forgive you, James. There's times where I want to fall asleep too. But you did miss a lot of excitement there. Hey, Marianne and Ginger Bell. Thank y'all for coming in. We got some new ones coming in and chatting. Thank y'all. It just really bothered me last night. Oh goodness, Auntie. I hope you feel better. Oh my goodness, we'll say prayers for you. Wait, what? I'm gonna have to be loud. I'm gonna have to cheer up and get something going here that all my people are falling asleep on me. What's up with this? Oh goodness. Well, I'm glad I could help y'all go to sleep. Oh gosh. But if y'all saw last night's video or live that we were doing, we had Mr. Andy B come in and he was upset because I talked about his son and him. And I had to be just straight up honest with him about my feelings and what I think. And so if Andy's listening, I hope that there are no hard feelings and his son and himself will not be part of my conversation. So anyways, we'll get that behind us and we will move on. So What are you guys thinking about Sebastian's case? Hey, Barb. Thanks for coming in with us. Big love from New Zealand. Well, hello from Texas. Thank you for being here, Barb. So, Sebastian's case, man, it's getting about as frustrating as Summer's case was. I think his case has gotten more frustrating a lot sooner on. All the taking sides, all the fighting, fussing, it's happened a lot sooner than it usually happens. And I heard a little clip today where the other side was making a comment about what is it going to take for everybody to get along. And I've been thinking about that. What would it take? And I don't know that the two sides will get along. Yes. Yeah, I agree, R. Taylor. Nothing new, really. Yeah. Yes. I tell you what, he is a good prosecutor. I watched that today. In and out. I had a job interview I had to go to, but yes. Yes, we've been watching the Quentin Simon case. That was one that touched our hearts, and so yeah, the prosecutor's really good. Oh, Ginger girl, isn't that something? How do you work somewhere and them not know you have a wife and a stepson? But they knew you had a daughter. Yeah, I don't get that part, girl. That does not make sense. We got Ginger Girl and we got Ginger Belle. Whoa, this is going to be confusing here. Katie being truthful and just give answers to all the gaps. I don't know that Katie's being truthful. I can see Katie reading a script. I see that happening a lot. Hey, Blue Eyes, thanks for coming in with us. Yes, I do think Betty needs a new attorney for sure. For sure. But as far as both sides getting along, you know, I'm over here on Sebastian's side. I'm not ridiculing anyone that talks about Sebastian. I'm not ridiculing anyone that's calling out other creators talking about Sebastian. I'm just not doing it. And I don't think everybody that's involved in Sebastian's case can listen to someone else's live. If they don't like it, get off of it and move on. Because the sides seem to be divided as far as you have those of us who are talking about the case. We're talking about things that actually the parents have said. And we're talking about episodes of things that could have happened that night off of what the two parents, the mother and stepdad, have said. And then you got the other side that's ridiculing everything that's being said over here. They have their opinions, and that's great. We don't all agree on the same thing. But this is about Sebastian. It's not about somebody putting out an opinion on how they feel the last interview went. If I feel one way and y'all feel a whole different way, we're still sitting here having a conversation because we're grown-ups. Hey, Annabella, thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. But hey, Lori Brown, thanks for coming in. But I just don't understand how it is that everybody has to stop talking about Sebastian to talk about all of that crap that keeps happening over here. Hey, Ryan, thanks for being here. But we can't move forward in Sebastian's case as creators because you're getting attacked, you're getting bashed, and everybody's afraid to say anything. Now, we all heard Seth after Betty's court. And Seth's tired. He's tired of all the BS. All he wants is for his son to come home. And he is going to speak out. He's mad. He's hurt. He's upset. Because we all are dealing with this BS that keeps happening. But we're being distracted away from talking about Sebastian. So I want to make sure that when I put Sebastian in my title, that's what we're talking about. And hi, Mary. Thanks for coming in with us. I appreciate y'all. Yes. James, that's it perfectly. One side is trying to silence people, and Seth is done with the nonsense. I totally agree. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for being here. We got a lot of people here in chat. Thank y'all so much. And everybody in the bushes, thank y'all for listening. I appreciate y'all all being here. And if nothing else that you take away from my channel tonight, just remember, everybody can have opinions. And if you want to know why I feel a certain way, just ask me because I'll be happy to tell you. It's not a problem. I'll be happy to hear your side. But drama is not going to be part of this. Not going to be part of this channel. I got really bothered last night because we were talking about Summer and the same thing happened there. I had to stop and talk to someone who was upset with me. And I couldn't do nothing but be honest. This is how I feel. This is what I get out of things. These are things that have been said. I'm sorry. I truly am. But I'm not going to change my mind just because you're mad at me. And this is how I feel with Sebastian's case. If people don't like what I'm saying, it's okay. And people keep continuing to send me messages saying, well, what about Seth? This, and this. Okay. Do you have any proof? If you have something, send it to me. We'll talk about it. But I never get anything. But if you want to talk about a subject or something, let's not just throw something out there. Let's make sure we got something to back it up. So that's what we're going to do, is focus on Sebastian. We're going to leave all that drama and stuff where it's at right now. And that's wherever they're at. It's going to stay there. If they talk about us or me, I don't care. At least they got something to talk about, I guess. But I want everybody to understand, I will talk about Seth if there's something you can show me to talk about. I'm not talking about Seth because I am 100% pro Seth. I'm talking about things that we actually either have their words, see their actions, have it on paper, something like that. So if you want to accuse me of being biased and not talking about Seth, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel that way. But I can't talk about something if I don't have something to back it up, because that's not how it is over here. So I wanted to clear that up. Okay, guys, sorry for all that, but I need everybody to understand, if you want me to talk about something, especially a person, I need to know, what do you know? Where did you get it? Because if you don't like somebody, I'm not going to talk about them just because you don't like them. And I've found nothing that Seth has done concerning Sebastian. So that's why I support Seth. I would love to support Katie and Chris. But however, their words, their own words, everybody's heard them. Their actions, everybody has seen that. They have spent more time getting Bullhorn Betty in court than they have looking for their son. Yes, I agree, Nicole, because all we're hearing is negative from the mom and the stepdad. Yes, Mary, I see a broken man. I have been broken before like that. I see him. He's on the verge of a complete breakdown. He's getting mad right now. He's getting tired of it. And he's getting angry about it. You don't get mad, tired, angry over something you don't care about. And that's what I see from Katie and Chris. Yes. Oh, Mary, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think the prophets are getting a little nervous. I agree with you on that, James. I think everything's starting to cave in on them a little bit. Hey, Gail. How are you? Thank you for being here with us. If I've missed anybody, I'm so sorry. I was trying to keep up and talk, and it gets a little wonky on me over here, but thank y'all for all being here tonight. We have a good crowd. Hearing the other day, we talked about this, but hearing Katie talk about the reason she left the house was because they were trying to put flyers out all over. Hey, Cheryl and Tracy, thank y'all. And then she talks about her neighbors and how everybody's driving through and she thought they could use a break. I just, to this day, I'm trying to make myself understand that, and it's not happening because hi, reality wins. Thanks for being here, sweet lady. I listen to her every night up there with Brittany. But for a mother to be concerned about her neighbors and how they feel, I would be more worried about my son might come home. I'm not leaving my house. Y'all can deal with it. I don't care. I wouldn't care about the neighbors, honestly. But she thought they could use a break, just a reprieve for a while. Those are the words that people don't understand that. Your child's missing. You told people that this boy ran away. But you don't know that he ran away. Your words, we can only assume through process of elimination that he might have went out the front door. Assume. But if you look at the whole picture here, when you report a runaway, the cops are going out to search for him. They're going all over the place outside of that house to search for him. They're going to come in, look through his room, see if there's any notes or anything, look on his phones, that kind of thing. Okay, not here. Let's go. Out the door. But we pretty much know he was not a runaway. What child's going to run away at the end of February in the cold weather? No shoes, no coat, just themselves and a little tiny flashlight. Guys, it's not right. But it's almost as if that was part of a plan that they had. Because all their answers seem to be a rehearsed script. Chris seems to be running the narrative because she doesn't talk much. Oh, I don't either, Nicole. I don't trust the TBI there. No. Mm-mm. Hey, Susie. But if you're looking for a runaway, everything's going to be done outside the house. So was there something in the house is what I want to know that you were directing the police away from? Because Chris is telling everybody there was a dog scent. The dogs picked up on Sebastian's scent. His words, guys, if you walk out my front door, go to the right, follow it down to the end of the house, go in front of the garage, down the back fence, blah, 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 all the way to the retention pond. That was the tracks of the dogs. The dogs who now we have learned had no scent at all. None. The dogs who he tried to use to get everybody to concentrate on the right side of the house. When we look at the video of the flashlight, And if you look from their house to where the car is in the direction that's going, hey, Rod, thanks for being here. And Tanya, that's to the left, guys. It's to the left. Why is it that Chris Proudfoot continues to tell people to go like something like 12 miles outside of the 10-mile radius and go northwest? Process of elimination here, somebody should be going south. Because the words that they're using, the directions they keep trying to put everybody towards, all it does is show that it's a distraction. I heard Clue on Justin's channel the other day after the court. She was there sitting by the Proudfoots. She called into Justin's channel. She was talking about it. Something was said about, everybody searching and this, that, and the other. But Justin makes a comment about people getting threatened. Tires have been sliced. Cables under the hood have been cut. People have had letters put on their car windshield. I know where you live. You don't want to make a mistake. You might want to rethink looking for him. Those kind of things. And yet Clue makes the comment, and I'm not trying to bash her, but it just kind of proved a point to me when she said, well, I've been out looking for Sebastian. I've not been threatened. Crabtree, he hadn't been threatened. Well, of course not. You support the Proudfoots. And that seems to be where the threats are coming from. You got a stepfather that's 7 days into this case. 7 days since that child went missing. The stepfather says, this is going to be a case that's going to be studied for years to come. 7 days, guys. That is plenty of time for a child to run away from the house like they say he did out the front door. Find a friend, a safe place, relax, chill out. And then start realizing, wait a minute, I really miss home. I miss the snack cabinet, or going here, doing that, or my room, whatever. And start making his way back home. 7 days. And it's already going to be a case that's talked about for a long time to come. Why? Why are those words spoken? Those words make me think that he knows. He knows exactly where this child is. And he knows that this child has been put somewhere where it's going to be very, very difficult to find. No, thank you, Miss Kathy. Hi, Gail. Yes. How does he know so much? But he wasn't even there. Yes, Terry Lynn and Bullhorn. Betty has gotten cops called on them. Exactly. That's part of the problem. They get a little too close to what? But it seems like those that get too close are the ones that get the threats. We've heard, I haven't had any confirmation, but we have heard that the stepfathers talked to Dog and to Nick the Hat, and he's told them, you will never find Sebastian. You might as well go home. Why are you going to tell somebody that? Dog, the bounty hunter, is a worldwide name. All of us know who Dog is. We know all about his family. Heck, I still watch some reruns every once in a while. We know all about him. We know what he does. We know what his focus is to find these people that are doing no good and could harm others. They're harming themselves. And for that man to be that well known, have so many connections, and him being told, you might as well go home, you'll never find him. All that does is prove to me, in my opinion, that they don't want this boy looked for. They know this child is put somewhere where nobody's going to find him. So they think. And so they might as well leave. Why are you going to give up the chance to get your child's name out there more and more and wider and wider and wider? It's not right. And those are the kind of actions that makes me sit here today and say these things. It's not that I don't like Chris. I think he's a pompous ass, but I think he enjoys being like that. And that's who he is. Hey, Jacqueline, thanks for being here. I don't have nothing against Katie. These are not the words I want to say or to talk about when it comes to Sebastian's mother and stepfather. But it's their words, people. You've got to stop all this BS just because you're on one side or the other and look at the picture. The whole picture. Look at both parents. And only look at things that concern Sebastian. That's the key. And when you got a stepdad that's talking about to bury a child, a driveway is only 4 inches thick. You have to go 12 inches. You have to then smooth out the concrete and get all that done when it's poured, for it to set so that it will dry. What in the hell? You have a stepfather who didn't want Sebastian around his daughter, and he's fought for 7 years to get custody of his daughter. 7 years. Most people would pretty much give up. Let it rest for a couple years and then try again, maybe. 7 years. He's not gotten custody of her because there's no reason for her to have to leave her mother's home, I guess. That's obvious. If there was harm done to her, they would have gotten custody of her. But they haven't. And guys, think about it. He told that judge that they talked to before his daughter could come for the summer that he is not scared or worried one bit about putting his daughter in his house. I'm sorry. I'm a mother. And if one of my children came up missing in the middle of the night out of my home, and I have a stepchild or a child or a nephew or a niece that wants to come and stay the summer and I want them to be there, I would not put another child in my home. Not until I had answers. I would be terrified to have children in my home until I knew what happened. He's not worried. He's not scared. But yet he's scared of Bullhorn Betty because she's going to bring a gun from another state. I've already said it before. If I ever go to to Tennessee from Texas, I'm taking my gun. Doesn't mean I'm going there to shoot somebody. Means I'm not a stupid person. I'm not going to travel alone in a car by myself without any protection. That's how I was raised. And if I was going out in the woods, I might have a machete in the back of my car. Doesn't mean I'm coming after you, Chris. Just means I'm smart and I'm planning ahead. It had nothing to do with you, Christopher. It's all about finding Sebastian. But why is he not scared when it's time for his daughter to come? But then he is scared because of Betty, a person he's never met. It's getting almost comical. And that is the sickest thing ever. Because guess what, people? Sebastian is still missing. Sebastian is still somewhere. There are no answers. All we have are distractions, carelessness, not even a concern coming from the mother and the stepfather. It's as if they know where he's at. So why waste their time worrying? And then we have a father who is tore up. Katie and Chris went to court and had a judgment made concerning Sebastian. And that judgment was against Sebastian's father's friend. How is that possible that two parents that have joint custody that together make decisions for this child's life just got wiped away because they didn't want her talking about Sebastian? But why can the father not have his friend help him look for his son? Because Katie and Chris have no concerns about where Sebastian is. And they just want Seth to stop. That's my opinion, people. And it's only because of the words and the actions being done and said by Chris and Katie. Sebastian, I honestly believe was not in a happy home. I think he was miserable. Everything that I'm hearing more and more and more points to his school being his safe place. His school is the place he would go to, and you would see that smile. He had friends. They might not have been the type of friends that they hang out on the weekends, but I have yet to hear one of those kids from his school talk mean and ugly about Sebastian. It's just not happened. I don't think he at the end, before he left, before he disappeared, before whatever happened, I do not think that child felt like he had anywhere he could turn. He didn't want to turn to his dad and say bad things about his mom and his stepdad because he knew how mad his father probably would have gotten. He didn't say anything to his mother because we all pretty much know that mom would have made the choice and it wouldn't have been to Sebastian's advantage. So Sebastian had school, and it got to a point where even that was backfiring. He told his teachers several times, he's talked to them, when they felt that it was necessary, they made that call. They made the call. And DCS, the Department of Children's Services, came out, talked to Sebastian, went, and then Chris took the conversation from there. And I'm sure, in my mind, I can just hear the BS story that's coming out of his mouth. But that's what I feel Sebastian's life became. I don't know if anything ever become of any of those charges or reports. We don't know. But Seth had to fight, get a lawyer, and fight to get a copy of his son's records from DCS. He should have been notified having joint custody, but the mother decided to tell them that the father was not involved in his life, although Seth was. Just more actions from the parent that he was living with, and how the truth was never quite the truth. And we keep seeing this more and more and more. And I could sit here, guys, and I could keep going and keep going and keep going, because that's how much has been put out from the stepfather and the stepmother. How much has been said that throws red flags all over the place. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many red flags are thrown up. It doesn't matter what they say or don't say or how they're acting or whatever. Sebastian is still missing. Sebastian needs to be found. And I'll say it 1,000 times over. His mother holds the key to where that child is. His mother that has changed her story from the very first interview. Very first interview. The second interview, she added more to it. She was questioned about it. Yep, I was asleep at 10:30 on the couch. Well, the next version is they're on the phone for 3 hours from 9 to 12. Then she might have heard a noise in there. We all know the stories. We know the involvement, how her story evolves and grows as time goes on. Each interview, something new. You got to keep listening so we know what else might have happened. But guys, the truth is the truth. You don't add to it. You don't take away from it. The truth is the truth. And I'm not hearing a lot of truth. Seth hasn't spoken a whole lot. His main focus is finding his son. I see him walking through woods. I see him putting out flyers. I see him standing at the vigils. Janice, thank you so much for that. That is so sweet. Guys, if y'all were gifted a membership, make sure to thank our lovely Miss Janice for that. That is so sweet. I appreciate you, Janice. But we've got two different sides. And I don't know if those two sides could ever come together for this boy. I don't know if at the end of the day, we find out who did this, who took Sebastian away from that house with no scent, no footprints, nothing. Someone carried him out. We find out who did that. We find out what happened to him after that. I just pray to God that this platform here can be proud because we stuck in there through the whole thing. I don't want to see, oh my God, I told you so. We told you so, because one side's going to want to do that. And it's so sad that Sebastian continues to get lost, even when it comes to a point of victory. No matter the outcome, it would be a victory for Sebastian. He can be brought home. What a glorious day that's going to be, guys. But there should never have to be a scenario where one group of people can be saying, I told you so. It should be a huge victory for all three of his parents. It should be the greatest thing. Even if it's one of the saddest, it can be such a relief. But it's sadly only going to be one way, one-sided. Sebastian deserves friends. He deserves to be found. His father truly believes that he is still alive. I pray and hope for Seth to have that wish. Chris, on the other hand, day one, tells Seth while they're riding in the car, what if this thing goes south? Seth said, what do you mean if it goes south? If it goes south, I'll go south. And he says, what if Sebastian's dead? How are you going to handle it? Day one, he's a runaway. But what if it goes south? I've never in my life known a parent, whether it's a mother or a father of a child that's missing or has passed away, that these two parents have so much hatred for the other one that they could not come together to work on finding their child. I was 2 weeks away from a divorce when our son was in a car wreck. Had it not been for him, my ex, coming straight to me, we held each other for the longest and cried together 1,000,000,100 tears together. He held me. He held on to me because that was our child. We wanted to know what happened exactly. We wanted all these answers. We together found out what we needed to know. Together, we buried our child. 2 weeks later, our divorce was final. We still have Christmases with his family. We're kind of, he's over here, I'm over here kind of thing. But you know what? It's not about us. It was about our son. Christmases are about our 2 children that we have left and our grandchildren. I see him at ball games. Guys, when it comes to your child, you put all the crap and the bad away and you unite. And Sebastian deserves that. He's done nothing to keep that from happening, but yet it's happened. And it's sickening. It is so sad because this child who wanted and asked for friends for his birthday, asked for friends for Christmas, has a parent over here that is dying inside because his son's not with him. And you have a mother and a stepfather over here. They're playing games on YouTube with us. They're playing games with the police officers, the sheriff department, the TBI. And they think they're okay. It's all going to work out because he's not going to be found. They're not worried, are they? How sad is that? How sad of a person do you have to be to not be able to talk to the father of your child? Your past, your crap that happened between the two of you has nothing to do with Sebastian. Not now. But either the stepfather or the mother, one of the two, has made the choice that Seth is just useless to them. But it's not right. Sebastian deserves better. I don't even know the kid. I've seen his pictures. I've seen his smile. I've seen when his eyes were lit up, how excited he was at school in those pictures with his big tall trophy. And oh my gosh, what a beautiful baby boy that they have. And for those of you who don't know me, I call my grown son with his wife and 2 children forever my baby boy. But Sebastian is Katie's son, her baby boy. And yet she was happy and content having Chris's daughter there for the summer. Sure didn't seem to make her sad. Sure did not seem to make her miss her son more. It's their actions, guys. It's their words that are tearing them apart. But as long as we here at my channel keep Sebastian the number one focus, continue to talk about what's happening now, keep things updated, go back over, listen to some more stuff, because we're finding stuff we missed because you're so involved in it that your brain's going 500 directions. But if you go back and re-listen, you might catch a little something. It's worth a try. It's worth talking about because it pertains to Sebastian. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't give a crap what happened 10 years ago. Has nothing to do with Sebastian. I don't care about it. If it did not directly affect Sebastian's life, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear all about Katie's family over here. If it didn't affect Sebastian in any way, it's none of my business. But folks, Sebastian has become our business because we have committed to this child. So let's not give up on him. Let's not give up on the fact that this baby's still missing. He is somewhere. We don't know if he is with us or if he's no longer with us. But it doesn't matter either way. He needs to be found. He needs to be brought home. Where that home is seems to be a high topic of debate. But I'm pretty sure if the mother was present when what happened to Sebastian when he was younger, and it happened in the home, if the mother was present when he went missing, I'm pretty sure that won't be the home he goes home to. Because I think we would have a whole bunch of us storming the gates of the courthouse to make that change. To be a parent, you have to give of yourself. You have to be more concerned about your child than you are of yourself. And you take care of yourself after your child's gone to sleep, before they wake up. And I don't see that happening with the Proudfoots at all. So we need to stick together, guys. We need to stay strong. We need to be Sebastian's army. We need to continue to talk about him. We need to continue to talk about all the things that led to him, just as Chris would say, poof, he was gone. He always wanted to be a ninja, and he's outsmarted the police now. He became a ninja. Children don't become real life ninjas. Children don't disappear. And when Chris Proudfoot's telling anybody that a dog, a scent dog, is not reliable, I would have to say, Chris, you're not reliable. Scent dogs are 98% correct. And I would trust a dog over Mr. Chris. So, guys, thank you all for hanging in there tonight, listening to what I had to say. I've had a lot on my mind, a lot on my heart. And we have to just get back to finding Sebastian. We have to make them mad. I don't care. Make them mad. They're not doing it because I honestly believe they know where he's at, and they're not going to waste their time looking. Thank you for everyone that's here. If it's your first time being here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Big extra special welcome. And we want to welcome you back. Y'all are all welcome anytime, any place. If you got ideas, throw them out there. If you got something you want to talk about that pertains to the case, send me an email. We'll talk about it and we'll make it happen. But with that being said, if you liked what you heard, if you like what we're doing, hit the thumbs up for us. Subscribe to the channel. Join the membership. All the good things. But more than anything, be Sebastian strong. Sebastian was as strong as he could possibly be. And we're going to find him. Guys, we will. We have to have faith. We're going to find him. We're going to figure this out. And we're all going to do it together. So, oh, y'all are so welcome. Thank y'all for the kind words, everybody. Y'all have a good night. And support all the channels that are positive, that are good for Sebastian, that keep Sebastian the focus and the things that led to him not being here. We want to stick together and support each other and be what Sebastian needs right now, because we're it. We're it. We're talking about him more than any other place. And the more we talk and the more people that hear, the more we can get his word, his face, his name out there. And guys, no matter the outcome, was when he's found, we should all be proud because we stayed positive. We stayed on track. We didn't fall into the drama side. We didn't fall into the hate. And that is something to be proud of. And that little boy would be proud of us too. So thank you all for being here. I'm going to get off of here. I love you. I love you all for being here. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, mods, for tonight. I appreciate y'all. And with that, love and hugs, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye.